Today's case deals with Matt. Matt's company has decided to use public and private key pairs for stronger, more secure, and verified authentication. First, Matt needs to obtain a public and private key pair. You may use any method with which you are familiar. In Matt's case, he will use a free utility called PuttyGen. You can obtain PuttyGen from this link. Open the Putty Key Generator application. In the bottom section labeled Parameters, choose between an SSH2 RSA key or an SSH2 DSA key. Input the number of bits desired for the generated key. Click Generate. The Putty Key Generator uses mouse movement to generate randomness to compute the key pair. Requiring a passphrase to access the private key is the best practice in most environments. If no key passphrase is provided, the program will require verification that you do not want to protect the private key with a passphrase. Click the Save Public Key button. Save the public key to a location where the SSH server can access the file. Once the public key is saved, click the Save Private Key button. Take care with this file as it holds the identity of the Business Tunnel client and should be kept safe. For demonstration purposes, we will place this file on the desktop. On the Georgia Softworks SSH server, open the certificate mapping tool for the Georgia Softworks SSH Shield. In the left-hand pane, click on 1-to-1. In the right-hand pane, click Add. Copy the entire contents of the public key file we saved in Step 2 to the large text field for public key under the Account Mapping section. If the public key is recognized, the Key Type field will be auto-populated. Next, provide a map name for this mapping. This can be any name you would like to provide. In the next fields, provide valid Windows credentials to log on to the SSH server. Ensure the checkbox for Enable this mapping is marked and click OK. Click Apply. All that remains is to configure Matt's copy of the Georgia Softworks Business Tunnel to use public key authentication to connect to the GSW SSH server. On Matt's workstation, open the Georgia Softworks Business Tunnel. Expand Configuration and click on Tunnels. Select the tunnel that you wish to use the public key authentication with. Click Edit in the tunnel actions. Inside the authentication area, mark the checkbox for Use Public Key. You will notice the password fields become inactive and the private key fields become active. Click Import Private Key. Browse to the location of the private key and select Open. If the private key is password protected, provide the password in the next two fields. Click OK. Remember to activate the tunnel. Matt's Business Tunnel client software is now configured to use public key authentication to connect to the GSW SSH server. As long as the public key mapping was properly configured to an active Windows user account on the SSH server, this tunnel will use public key authentication and securely connect to the Georgia Softworks SSH server. You can find our complete example video collection at georgiasoftworks.com under Products, Business Tunnel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.